Hello everybody. Hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective and timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, just keep in mind it's a general reading. So see which signs, symbols, and messages resonate for you in your particular situation and help bring you a little clarity to whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. This could broaden your perspective, show you something in a different light with fresh eyes, or it can narrow your focus, show you something you could be missing. Maybe it was in between the lines, maybe it was right there all along, maybe it was in the dark. But in the end, always trust yourself. Trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you, and try to make balanced decisions between your logic and your intuition. So your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. We're going to begin with some animal wisdom. This is the Secret Language of Animals Oracle cards. Clarity for the collective, please. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. One card, please. Thank you. The tree frog. What is this? It's number 41. That's a 5. That means there's change a-coming. The winds of change are coming. Look at how green this frog is. It's just kind of hanging out on the branch. It's a soul song, meditation, creation, and rebirth. Ooh, it's like your soul's calling you. Like it has a new song. There's a new melody beaming through you. It's getting creative with something, having creative solutions, thinking about something in a totally different way, and rebirth. This is like the phoenix rising. This is really, really nice, but it starts with meditation. It starts with tuning your energy, your mind, body, spirit, soul, everything all together. So maybe some of you are doing some quiet meditation. You could be taking a nice long bath, maybe a shower, maybe you meditate and just chillax when you drive, maybe go on a walk in nature, could be doing some yoga, something like that. But there's something like really special that comes through when you just quiet your mind. Getting just a solution that was right in front of you all along. Like it was right there, like when I lose my glasses, you know, it's like, where are they? Where are they? And you look and you're looking, you spend so much energy on something. And then when you just like sit and you're like, oh my gosh, you're right in front of my face. How did I miss that? That's kind of what I'm getting. So, let's go to a different deck. I have the other half of that down. Let's go to the Cosmos Oracle. There's down a tree frog, number 41. It's like you just have the right skill to, I'm getting almost like a tightrope, like something that looked like it was a very narrow pathway, like really hard to get across. You just have the right talent, the right energy, maybe the right contacts. But I feel like it's your energy to hang on to something. How that frog is just like wrapped around that tiny little stick. I see big feet. Maybe some of you have very big feet. Such a weird message. I mean, maybe you have a really weird shoe size. Maybe you have really small feet. not sure why I see feet. Let's get a card from the cosmos for the collective, please, and thank you. Dancing. Maybe you're using your feet to dance. Maybe that's that form of meditation. This is like my favorite form of meditation. Maybe besides music or walking my dog, I do like active meditation. Dash for the objective. Dancing. Be objective. Be open. Be in the now. Dash. Maybe some of you are dancers. You could do like ballroom dancing, Latin dancing, hip hop dancing, freestyle, maybe something. Maybe you used to be a dancer and you're getting back into it. Maybe you think you have 2 left feet, but you can still boogie to your own rhythm. Let's get another card. I just see like, I don't know why I see like Santa's sleigh, like I see dance, but I'm thinking like on Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer. So maybe something is important around like Christmas time, or maybe maybe it has to do with gifts or reindeer. I'm not sure why I see that. Maybe flying, like doing something really unusual, like how the hell does a reindeer fly? Even when you look at this card, right? Doesn't it kind of look like the antlers? And it's like, is that a reindeer? Did I just see Santa, or is that a comet? Like, relaxing, I stopped. Relaxing is at the bottom. Maybe that's that meditation. Happy, Pac-Man. Maybe you play video games. Sometimes that's that can be an interesting way to like, I guess meditation. Maybe it just changes your energy. Maybe you program video games, or you play a video game with someone else. Maybe that's just relaxing for you. Let's relax with a game. It could be a board game. I feel like I'm just getting that chillaxing energy. Maybe there's someone you just want to hang out with. Maybe it starts there. Maybe somebody else has a really good idea that helps like restore you. If you know a certain person that just has a really good energy, maybe do something a little different. Instead of going out, maybe just stay in. You could just be watching a movie. I mean, you could be playing charades, maybe just sharing stories. Relaxing on the porch, at the dining room table, at the kitchen table. Maybe you're cooking, maybe you're dancing together. That could be really fun with a friend. Let's take this. Maybe you're playing Pac-Man. It makes me think of like old video games, like really old video games. I just thought of like Dave and Buster's. Maybe you're doing something like that and you are going out. Maybe that's a really good time. Just like a little message. One more card for the collective. Discipline. Abide by the principles and act in. It looks like it says concert. Discipline. And act in a concert. So by the principles, discipline, maybe some self-discipline you need, getting your ducks in a row. Maybe you play too many video games. Maybe that's your job. Having some discipline. I'm just getting organization. But with the concert thing, I just saw like, I don't know, I saw the weirdest thing. I saw like you or like an audience in a theater, and there's like a big velvet curtain. You can't see what's behind the curtain, and then the curtain opens up, but nobody's on the stage, and there's a spotlight. This is such a detailed vision I just saw. Then the spotlight kind of like moves around and goes through the audience and then finds you. And you're like, huh? Huh? And like, you're like, you know, there's not even like an announcement. You just know you're called up to stage to be, I don't know if it's an actual presentation, but it's like your show. It's like your you show. So you like get up on stage, but then I almost see like the audience not really being a part of it anymore. It's like everything goes dark and it's just you on the stage, like ready to go. Maybe you're dancing on stage. Maybe you've put a lot of discipline or hard work into this thing that you're beginning. Or you're gonna need a lot of discipline to like balance your energy. I feel like it's something big. And that was a really weird thing to see. What's at the bottom? You're confused too. There's a lot of energy going on. It's calmly analyze and clarify your thoughts. So, I mean, if you have this like soul song and this new rebirth that's coming through, that can be confusing. Where do you go next? You know, what do you leave behind? What do you bring along? What do you do on that stage when you get up there? Are you going to be able to handle this situation? Do you have the discipline to start something brand new? I get that this is something maybe you thought about, but it feels brand new. So this could be a relationship. It could be a job, just a new journey. So stay calm, analyze, but don't overthink something. Get clear. So also, when I see this, it makes me think of a messy situation, a messy house, a messy desk, a messy car, a messy mind, a messy drawer. So sometimes clearing the mind clutter actually starts by just clearing our clutter. Just starting to streamline something, organize something, have your surroundings feel more free-flowing, and that will in turn help your mind feel a little more free too. Because if you were trying to figure something out and then you're always worried about the dishes or that messy drawer, or you get distracted with something around you, you're like overexerting your energy on the wrong things. That could also be distracting and trying to figure out something. So sometimes you actually need to go on a walk, step out. Maybe if you like a little chaos around you, that's okay. Just go outside in nature or go somewhere else where it feels like you can kind of chillax and meditate. It could be going over to somebody else's house. I just saw a cleaning lady. Maybe you help your friend clean, or your friend helps you clean, or you hire somebody. Calmly analyze. I think for some of you, cleaning is probably very meditative too. And at the end, you just kind of feel good, you got something done. I'm also getting like home projects, like fixing things. Let's get a spirit message. Clarity on dancing, relaxing, discipline, confused. Maybe you're rewriting the rules too with that discipline thing. If you felt like the way you did something or the rules on a certain situation that you had just aren't working because situations have changed, you have to be adaptable to that and, you know, readjust something. Be flexible. One spirit message for the collective, please. Thank you. What do we have? When there are questions you need assistance with, go inward. Okay, we're getting the same message. So that confusing situation, you're trying to figure something out, maybe, you know, make a new plan, assess your new situation, figure out why you feel so different lately. Go inward, sit with yourself, meditate on the question. Ask for help, our help also. Ask for help. Spirit, God, your higher self. Then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We are with you always. Yeah, the messages sometimes come through like pow, like you can't miss it. So personal. That synchronicity was amazeballs. But sometimes it's subtle. Usually it's very subtle. It's like a whisper. It doesn't feel like it's pushing you. It doesn't feel overwhelming. It doesn't feel intense or judgy or anything. It's gentle and it's loving, and it's like a little whisper, like maybe get up and go to that place today, or you're really good at that, you should try that again, or maybe sign up for that class, or hey, that person is awesome. Notice how awesome you feel when you're around them, or that person kind of like makes your energy weird and drained. Maybe not be around that person so much, or that situation. So trust those little signs and signals inside of you. If it's just actually having an answer to something you're confused about, sometimes it comes in little like stages, like a little step at a time. But when each little light bulb goes off, it feels right. It's like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Like you feel that it feels right. Sometimes you may get like a like I get the goosies. Sometimes when it's like really like something special. If it's really special, I get like a little angel bumps, like all like in my body. It's like, ooh, it's like little pricklies. Like you can just feel an energetic change. Sometimes it's just something that's really, really, really personal. A personal name or a date, or like really direct answer. But it's not always huge. Sometimes it's very small. Sometimes we get answers through strangers too, or friends. Sometimes you can watch a movie and all of a sudden, like something you were thinking about, something like in the movie or like a show or something, they're going through something similar and there's like some advice and you're like, is that for me? But sometimes it comes through weird ways. So expect the unexpected with this. But do go into some quiet meditation. Take some space for you, because that's going to be the start to readjusting your energy to get you in the right frame of mind so that you're receptive to answers. And let's go. I like the power deck. Let's do, oh, I only have the box. So maybe we're not going to use this deck. I only have half of it. All right, well, that wasn't supposed to come through. So let's go to the Oracle of Visions. Let's get one card for the collective. Clarity on the tree frog, relaxing, meditation, getting out of confusion, stepping on that stage. I keep seeing Santa's sleigh when I look at that card, so I don't know why. Maybe you do something like in the snow, or you like, I'm actually getting that maybe some of you like have a trailer or a camper, or like, you know, you got a hitch. Like I'm getting like a hitch on your truck or your car, and you actually, you're like loading something up, or you're pulling something behind you. I mean, that could be anything. That could be your job. It could be like a boat. I actually just saw a generator. Maybe some of you have a generator, or you're getting like a generator hookup for your house. I know that's random. Or like it could be a generator for camping. The generator could also be generating a lot of extra energy that you need. That could be a metaphor or like a parable for you guys. Like you're getting a bigger battery, so you need to not run on empty, if that's what you were doing. One card for the collective. Tree frog, relaxing, discipline, dancing, generators. I'm confused. Oh yeah, you're relaxing. Look at this. You're definitely getting your batteries recharged. Your energy's different. Maybe you need a little more rest. Maybe a power nap. I feel like you are just protected here. Look at how comfy this girl looks. She's like sleeping in the sky. It's like a halo. Hands. This card really makes me think of lucid dreaming. So I don't know if some of you do dream work, but you can learn to be more lucid in your dreams. There's different methods. One of the methods is like really recognizing what your hand looks like. And then telling yourself, I'm going to look at my hand if I'm dreaming. And then if you dream and you start to feel like the dream is weird or you're getting a little bit conscious in your dream, look at your hand. And if your hand looks like wackadoo, you know you're dreaming. And then you can start to, usually at first you end up waking up. You're like, oh! But if you can learn to stay in the dream and kind of be conscious, you could do crazy amazing things like fly. You can do like wonderful things, like really, that gave me the chills down the legs. So maybe some of you have really, really powerful dreams. You can really learn to lucid dream. It's like a little adventure that you get to do every night while you're sleeping. I think another way is that you set the alarm so you wake up at like 5 a.m. or like, I don't know when you wake up, like a weird time a little bit before you would actually wake up, and you wake up and then you fall back asleep, and that weird time after being awake for a minute is the time where you could lucid dream easier. I mean, when I see these hands here, that's what I see. You hear daybreak. Maybe you're just getting up earlier, getting more done sooner. Maybe that helps you fall asleep easier and or get more done during the day. It just made me think of my mom. I used to try to get my mom, but she's like, I want to go back in my dream. She'd like go back into the same dream. No, I'm not done with my dream because like she's gonna finish it. It was kind of a fun little memory that came up. I'm not sure exactly what the card means, but let's look. Let's see what it says. It's number 47. So that's an 11. That's a master number. Maybe 11 is important to you, or 47. Let's see, just like the basic message with this. It's almost to the end. Yeah, it's healing, caring, and friendships. The power to love, to change bodies is legendary. Built into folklore, common sense, and everyday experience. Love moves the flesh. It pushes matter around. Through history, tender loving care has uniformly been recognized as a valuable element in healing. Larry Dawsey. So taking care of yourself. You could be helping a friend too. Maybe somebody you know isn't sleeping well or needs a little more discipline. You have some good advice. Maybe somebody else is really confused. I mean, look at this. You're relaxing. It looks like this person is healing. It makes me think of like building muscles, but I think when you sleep, that's when your muscles actually repair and grow, not really when you're lifting the heavy weight. So maybe you're repairing. You could also be getting some like spiritual extra energy when you're in a relaxed state. Maybe when your mind is not spinning so much, when you're in a different brain wave, you're getting some messages. So you could be getting some of these messages, you know, from the ether during the dream state or when you're really relaxed. Maybe some of you can do something like get a sound machine or like white, brown, gray noise, all that stuff. Personally, I sleep the best in a rainstorm. thunder and lightning and all that, but when I hear that rain, I am like, I'm out. I'm out like a baby. I sleep so well. So maybe rain is helpful for you guys. Let's go to the tarot. Let's see. I have this one. The Tarot del Fuego. Let's get a couple messages for the collective on meditation. I just heard, wow, that's really a random one that came through. I just heard Thais meditation. It's a really pretty violin song. Maybe some of you play the violin or you know that song, or you can listen to it. I'm like humming a violin song. So, Thais meditation, maybe? Maybe some meditation music. Like that awesome music they play in the spa. I recently got to drive a very fancy car that was a rental while mine was being fixed, and it actually had like sounds of nature. It did have like the universe and like meditation. So maybe it is like a sound. Maybe it's not necessarily a song. Ooh, and I just thought of the frogs. Like those amazing frogs that you hear in Puerto Rico. That sound. It's kind of like up north in the Americas, the crickets or the cicadas in the summer, but it's different. It's more like a little song. So maybe you're someplace where you hear these frogs at night, or you can like find a, you know, something where you can hear them. I mean, it's interesting for some of you. It might be that you're at a place that's kind of like, maybe it's like a country, like in the country, and you're used to urban sounds. Weird enough, when I first kind of came back to the country, like I kind of missed the sirens and the dump trucks and the sounds of the city. Like I was just so used to that noise that it actually put me asleep. And I found like a Windows channel on, I don't know, Amazon or something like that, and listened to like sounds of Fifth Avenue at night. And that was actually like meditative for me. So, I mean, it could be something really weird, but it's like comfort for you. Let's start with one card from the tarot. Clarity for the collective, please. Yeah, oh, I love this energy. I mean, the energy of this reading is just chillaxing. That's pretty much the thing coming through, that you're going to figure something out, but you have to readjust your energy. You might have to do that discipline thing by actually like scheduling in some extra time for you. Maybe schedule in a power nap, you know, schedule in a day off, take a little bit breakaroo, you know, go internal, relax, maybe just dance, play a video game. You got the Hangman. So this is a purposeful pause. He's almost got like fish legs or like really fancy tights. It's a number 12. It's interesting. He actually can't see anything through his head, but there's a face on his chest. So you're seeing something through your heart. You're feeling something through love. The grapes up here make me think of abundance. You do have some obstacles with the mountains, but it looks like you're right in the center of getting through something. You're like chilling out in the valley. There's like a bat, and it looks like a a dove, but it actually looks like there's a couple doves. So maybe hearing something, seeing in the dark, like echolocation, peace, finding peace. I mean, you find stability, because look at this guy's legs. You see how they're like a 4, almost like the emperor. So taking a pause, taking a moment, looking at something exactly upside down. Like you could come back literally seeing everything a different way. You get to see something at 180 degrees before you come back around again. So when you come back up, your perception is different. You look at a problem a totally different way. You see that answer you just didn't see when you were upright. It's finding that thing was right in front of you all along, but you have to change something around to find it. You find stability with that 4. You find balance. You find something that feels solid, like a foundational energy. You know, you get back on your feet eventually. It can't hang there forever, or the blood's going to go to your head and you're really not going to be thinking clearly. So allow yourself some time, but you have to end up getting back up and, you know, putting your energy into something again. Let's get clarity on the Hangman. Need your Arcana 12. So you did get an 11 and a 12. You're moving. What's this Hangman about for the collective, please? The 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles is usually when you feel like you had to adjust something, because usually there's a dip in monetary or value or something around you you were putting your energy into. So either you or somebody else could feel like you're kind of left out of something. Like you were left out of something. Maybe somebody pushed you out of something, out of a group or out of a situation, kind of left you in the dark. I mean, there's tears here, so maybe it's an emotional situation. There's like a home in the eye, so maybe something changed at your home, or something has to, like in your actual surroundings, and that feels weird. Maybe you have to give up some stuff or something like that, and you don't really want to give it up. But the tears crying means that something's being cleansed and released, which is really good. There's actually ocean, and look at that, there's actually an ocean in the eye. So either you're looking at something that looked really deep and scary, or you're becoming clear, because I think of like squirting that stuff in your eyes. You're getting clear on something that was like foggy before. An emotional situation you didn't want to tap into or address. Addressing it cleanses it and makes it better. 5 is a change. And I mean, usually the 5 of Pentacles, like, you know, everything changes. Sometimes just it's not the best season for, you know, opportunity in business. Sometimes things take a dip. It's not always an up and up and up situation. So when things take a dip, it may give you the chance to readjust, to think about a different solution, you know, adjust so something does go up. This could be you needing to put energy into it. But usually there's help. You know, it's usually the people outside the church in the snow hobbling with the cane, and they're so cold, and, you know, they don't know what to do. And there's usually a beautiful light right behind you. Warm. You just have to knock on the door. You just have to ask for some help. So you could be getting that help, or just getting clear that you may need to just ask. Somebody could also be asking you for help. You have that, like, I mean, you have this warm heart here. Maybe you just have that warm, inviting energy. Does somebody actually feel safe asking help from you? Get clarity on this. Clarity on the 5 of Pentacles and the Hangman, please. Two of Pentacles. That's rebalancing your energy. So maybe you were focusing on all the problems or on, you know, what wasn't working out here. Stressed out about something. You know, you feel like this, like the situation was really cold. Like, how do you have growth? How do you get warm again? What do you do? But when the Two of Pentacles comes in, it's usually adding a little more fun to your everyday surroundings, because I always feel like it's a juggling act. It could be multitasking a lot of different things. That could be that where you need to have some discipline, give something just the right amount of attention. Sometimes it's a partnership. Here you look, you do have transformation. You're letting something go. You're seeing how something now has value. Letting go of something that doesn't value you or doesn't really feel like it's worthy of your time anymore, all your effort. And you do have this huge sunshine here, just coming down onto your third eye. When the Two of Pentacles comes through, it's reevaluating where you put your time, attention, value, money, energy into your surroundings. What are you giving too much? What are you giving too little of? How are you juggling everything around to bring stuff back into balance? So that is good. Maybe that's what you're figuring out. It's at the bottom. The Six of Swords. Ooh. It's like the feet. Didn't I see feet before? Look at that foot. I mean, it's interesting because it looks like that could really, really hurt. But I think it makes me think of like, I got that in like maybe the last reading. Not acupressure, but not ideology. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. When you do the pressure points in your foot. Now I'm hearing aromatherapy. It's there. It's just blank for some reason. But you know, when you walk across something, but you actually put all the pressure on something sharp, it actually doesn't pierce you. You actually do get across something that felt difficult. Look at all the tattoos on this foot. Maybe you have tattoos? It's like a candle here. There's growth, there's fire. The Six of Swords is really good. That's actually figuring out how to get through a situation. That's smoother waters ahead. That's taking all those lessons on things that you went through and using them to your advantage to get you farther. It's navigating a storm, using discernment to go around something. You don't have to go into the storm anymore. Maybe you can go around. If you have to go in the storm, this discipline, you know how to prepare yourself. You know, whether that's a weird situation with a certain person, something at work. You know, you can see something that, you know, maybe was a problem in the past, and instead of having it be a problem again, you learn from it. Sometimes you're actually going across water, like across a body of water, like over a bridge. It's a moving energy, but it's a smoother sailing energy. It's that it doesn't feel so hard to make these movements anymore. It doesn't mean there's no more storms, but they're going to feel different. You're going to feel it out different. Six of Swords is nice. This is such a weird card. It's so different. I mean, it's like the Fire Tarot, so there's always fire in all these, but it's like you found a really unusual way across something. But it was like the answer was there all along, you know? It's like, oh, I don't want to go across those swords. I'm going to, you know, I only have my bare feet. They're going to hurt. I need to have shoes, or I need to have this. And it's like you just had to approach it a certain way. And it was actually pretty easy. So let's go to a different tarot deck. What do I have? Let's do the final rose. I don't use this one very often. It's kind of new. Sometimes I get a little confused on the suits. But let's see what comes out. I do like that it's pink. Clarity on the Six of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Two of Pentacles. I mean, it looks like it starts with, once you take that energy back, take a moment, really take a moment for you. Like, take a pause. Like, if you have to tell somebody, hey, I need a day, or hey, I need an hour, like, do not disturb sign is on. Speak up. Give yourself that grace. Give yourself some space. Maybe you need to do it like more regularly. And it's going to help you bring something back into balance, which in turn is going to help you navigate a situation better. Probably where there was this slump, you know, something kind of felt like a loss, or cold, like you didn't have any help. You're gonna figure that out once you get your energy balanced and restored. That's where the clarity is gonna come. One card, clarity for the collective, please. Oh, ooh, you got an ace. You got the Ace of Flutes. This is the Ace of Cups. We got a little love popping on in here. So let's see what this is about. Maybe restoring your energy just changes you up. Got a little more discipline. Maybe this is the person you're playing video games with. This could just be within yourself. It is an ace, you know, putting that beautiful self-care into you really changes something. But here you gotta, like, it's like a first kiss. It's called the Ace of Flutes, and there's like fireworks. So this could be a different situation. Maybe you're thinking about this first kiss, that energy, that firework thing that happened. Maybe something comes back, or something that feels. I'm just getting like, I mean, like, if it was like your first kiss, that could have been nervous if you were young. But if it was like the first kiss of like, someone you're really into, that could have been like fantastic. Maybe you're thinking about that. Maybe that comes through. That's a chance to do something where you are really into like an overflowing abundance of love. It doesn't have to be a partnership. It can just be self-care. It can be just general in life, but it's an ace. It's getting the chance to do something that makes you feel that firework, butterfly kind of energy in your life. So whatever that is, it could just be dancing, reading a good book. It's doing it. Because you have to put more energy into it, or it's just a kiss and then you never see if it could be a great conversation or a great relationship. If you just take that beautiful cup and stick it on the shelf, it's just gonna evaporate. But if you put loving energy into something, it's gonna start to be like a water fountain. It's just gonna, like, I'm getting like a fountain, that endless fountain. It's gonna keep flowing. Let's see, let's get another card on this Ace of Flutes. What is this about? It's such a different energy from the rest. Maybe this is just something different, like another part of your life that happens. Getting to have that first kiss, you know? I'll show you this again. But if it doesn't necessarily have to be a kiss, it's that kind of energy, whatever it is. Clarity on the, oh wow, yeah, you have something really good coming through. What is this? The Eight of Roses. It's the flying squirrel. It's so freaking cute. It's like the Happy Tarot has, or is it the Happy Tarot? Yeah, I think it's the Happy Tarot has a flying squirrel. Like, look at that guy. You're like flying above a situation. I mean, that's like the Eight of Rods. This is when all of a sudden love comes out of nowhere. So maybe you're just dealing with all this stuff in your life. Maybe this is a totally different situation. Out of freaking nowhere, you were just taking a pause, taking a break, figuring out your finances, getting your energy back, balancing your life. And maybe for some of you, out of freaking nowhere, this just comes into your life. Because this sometimes is like Cupid's arrows. Like, wow, what the heck happened? Like you wake up and it's like the next day is different. It's like the fireworks. It could also be a lot of energy that once you get started, it just takes off. So let's say that's like you have to send out, let's go business for some of you. If that's like you have to have a list of a bunch of emails that need to go out to a bunch of people all at once, and you have them on a list, and you have that one letter or that one thing that you did. Once you hit send, it goes out there all at once. Everybody receives it. It could also go the other way. So it could be that you have a lot of different energies or ideas or contacts or communication coming at you all at the same time. So, but it usually is very fast. This is pretty much the fastest card in the deck. So I just see that like, I don't know, like I see like a rocket. So maybe something does happen all of a sudden, or you have to move fast and that's why you need your energy. Maybe something's going to happen later on. It hasn't happened yet, but you need to get your energy ready now. Get ready. Clear that space. Get everything ready. Something cool is going to happen, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, maybe it's a relationship because you got the two. You got the ace and the two. The two of flutes. It says cheers. But if it's not a relationship and this is like a business partnership, it's like celebration. This can be a really good friendship, but it's somebody you really get along with. This is usually a really nice, blessed union. Sometimes it feels really special, like a soulmate. Somebody you just always knew. Someone that makes you feel like you're just like flying free, flying high. You want to just keep getting this first kiss over and over again. Or if it's a friend, like this awesome communication that kind of just warms your heart. Maybe play some cool video games. You play some cool music together. I mean, it looks like it's definitely a partnership. Two of flutes. Or you're like really celebrating with someone, like cheers, good job. You know, something's not just starting here with the ace, it's progressing. And possibly progressing very, very fast. So let's go backwards now. Let's say this is the initial situation going on. Something started moving really fast. All of a sudden, you weren't being so disciplined in your life and getting to work on time and stuff like that. Maybe not sleeping so much. Maybe, you know, not paying attention to things like your finances or things in your surroundings. This could be maybe a friend that feels left out in the cold because all of a sudden your attention is other places. So it's recircling back around and getting a little more stable, a little more, you know, secure with everything. Handle this really fast energy a little bit different so that you have some balance and maybe a slow progression. Even if it's fireworks and it's happening fast, kind of pace it a little bit. I feel like you have to be in charge of that maybe. This reading was all over the place. All right, let's, what should we do? Do we have this? What do I have here that I can clarify this reading with? All right, let's do this one. Let's pull one from the Love Angels Oracle, just because this kind of went love at the end here, or the beginning. So it's like love and finances and meditation and rest. Maybe you actually meet somebody that you sleep really well with. I mean, it's really possible to just find a person that like you just fall asleep together, and it's just really, really beautiful sleep. It could just be this person's energy around you. These could also be different messages for different, people in the collective. Let's get one card clarity on what this Ace and Two of Cups and the, oh, I didn't even tell you this. It's called the Leap of Faith. So somebody's taking a leap of faith towards you, or you're taking a leap of faith towards something. But I mean, it's just, look at the squirrel as this big heart. It's opening up your heart, whatever this is, literally. Your cuppeth overflow so much that somebody else's cuppeth overflows as well. But I'm not getting that it's somebody else filling up your cup. I feel like both cups are full, and that's why they're being poured from the same place of love. It's not like you're like passing, the love energy champagne back and forth through the cups. It's being filled by love. Or each inside of you. I keep hearing whole. Like you're like, it's not like somebody's like filling in the parts of you that were empty. It's like you're both whole. That's what I get. Let's get one message, see what comes through. Clarity for the collective. What's going on, guys? What's going on with you guys? Oh, you have boundaries. Maybe that's that sleep. You need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will or won't allow. So maybe you need some more time. Maybe you need to go a little slower. Maybe you want to, go a little faster. Maybe you need to see something in a different perspective, deal with some things going on in your actual home life, your finances. Maybe there's this, moving energy. Maybe you want somebody to move along with you, navigate those storms, but they're moving at a different pace, or you're not sure if you're at the same pace or not. You need to speak up and be clear. It all starts with communication, mutual respect, trust. If people don't know that that's a boundary of yours and you didn't tell them, you can't expect people to read your mind. If something like is a kind of pet peeve, kind of gets you antsy if somebody's late, or if somebody doesn't follow through with something or do something and they don't know that, people are all different. So maybe this starts out a good relationship by having some good conversation on it could be natural conversation, but hey, I don't want to give you the puss face if you always kind of do this and I really want you to be on time. Just text. Let me know when I'm cool. So just a little bit of communication can correct a lot of possible problems and or future situations. If this is actually just needing to put up some boundaries so you have some time with this new situation, telling your friends, hey, got some things going on. Telling work, hey, have some things going on. Wherever you need to put that boundary up, you just need to speak up and be clear and ask. Ask. But you have to ask yourself that sometimes. Is that a boundary? Do you really mind? Does that really bother you? Where are you putting all your time? You are balancing a lot of stuff in this reading. So it could be, you're balancing work, family, home, kids, new relationship, old relationship, everything at once. Everything could be happening at once for you. But this is teaching. It's not really telling. It's teaching. It's a natural conversation. Let's see, do I have... You have nothing has gone wrong at the bottom of this deck. I'll show it to you. I'm hoping I had the bird oracle. I do. Nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. The connection is divinely timed. So this could be the opposite too. Maybe this love situation happened and then somebody went on pause Maybe they didn't have that communication to say why they went on pause. Maybe they were figuring out, if this goes reverse, how to move through a situation, navigate some storm or ruse going on in their life. And, you know, you're just over here doing your own thing, dancing in the dark, not knowing what's going on. And maybe just trust that nothing has gone wrong. Maybe it's exactly right as it should. Divine timing is weird. I mean, we can feel the divine and the stuff when we're at the right place, right time, right person, right situation. But then when something is manifesting outside of our control or in an environment where we are not meant to be right now, so that something else can change, so that it is right energy when we come through, it feels weird to be in that disconnect. But you usually find out later why it was important. So just have faith and trust. Have a little space, let some energy go. One more card from the bird, the winged enchantment. I just call this a bird deck. Clarity on all of these cards that came through. The Six of Swords, tree frog, Two of Pentacles. I mean, when I see the Two of Pentacles, that could also be a partnership, but a partnership that involves your actual surroundings, your home, maybe your work, doing physical things together, like physical energy. Maybe you're putting finances together. Putting two heads together. Two heads are better than one. That's what I just heard. I mean, these two heads are definitely together. But if those people are really different, they might each have something really different to bring to that table. Like really good solutions that could totally change somebody else's perspective if somebody's really different. See something totally in a new way. See how to like navigate really different, move towards smoother waters, have some overall balance in lives, and totally want to cheers to that. Cheers to that. One card for the collective, please, and thank you. Oh, the blue jay. They're loud. They're really smart. I think they're in the crow family. Maybe you see a blue jay. They're also kind of aggressive. They're pushy little birds. They're really, really pretty though. It's number 2. We have another 2. Let's see, blue jay. I mean, 2 is a feminine energy. What, man? I appreciate you looking out, Rose. I'm Blue Jay, the advantage of quick wit and intellect. I am the first one heard. I am the brightest one seen. I command attention and dive right in. I mean, that would be this leap of faith. As soon as you have to move, you're going to have to move. Or you're going to want to. You're going to want to. I am the crucial adaptation of a successful life. I have discipline. Huh. There's our discipline, guys. Have the discipline to master new skills. Maybe, I mean, that could be confusing to have like new things come through. But you do have this. Soul song, creation, and you have rebirth. It is fine to learn new things, but dabbling in too many will keep you scattered. That's why you got that. You know, it could be what made you feel like you're out in the cold. You know, too many things. That's also why you have the Two of Pentacles. This brings you back into balance. And that's why you have all that meditation energy. Come back to a center. Figure out your priorities. Where do you really need to put your time? I am the need to follow through. Perhaps that's with that relationship. That's something that opening your heart that much. Maybe it's worth getting past the 2. I wear the crown of achievement. I am the proper use of knowledge. You may need to be louder to get what you want. You may have to outsmart others. But do not be afraid to draw attention to yourself. Funny, I feel like that's that spotlight. Don't be afraid to step on that stage, like in the spotlight. Let the world know you are there and ready to take control. I am incomparable in self-certainty. I am victory of taking by sheer will. Get out into your world and take what you have worked so hard for. You are presence, you are survival, you are bold ambition, and you are blue jay. So perhaps you need a long pause-a-roo before you have to take some fast action. Something might need your attention later, or is needing your attention now, so you're figuring it out, going back to self-center, self-care, so you can readjust some things and have some balance in your life. Smoother waters ahead. Perhaps some little kissy time gonna happen with some fireworks, some cheersing, and I mean, this looks amazing. And this looks amazing. That sleep. And that like beautiful flight of your heart. All right, guys, I hope this reading was helpful. I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.